Hey YouTube, it's Elvis Ammo here. Hey, today I'm going to do a continuation of our zinc bullet project. This one is going to be with the 300 blackout, and we're going to do a steel penetration test. And we want to know if these bullets can penetrate steel or not, mild steel, 1/4 inch. So what I've done is I made up one of our zinc bullets that you guys had already seen me shoot into the AR-500 steel to see what what the zinc does when it disintegrates and that kind of thing. And that was a pretty cool test. It left a really nice, spray of pretty blue metal all over the cardboard in that video. We got to see them going over the chronograph. These would normally be the 230 grain subsonic bullets from the Lee mold. I put ZINC on it because I was using this mold for zinc. So we've seen what they would do, but we haven't tested them on mild steel to see if they'll penetrate. Now we know that they will only go on our chronograph test that we did in that comprehensive zinc bullet testing. This bullet flew at 1929 feet per second. So as you know, in the past I've also made up some other zinc bullets that I haven't tested for you guys yet. And that bullet is out of the I showed you the wrong one. Okay, that's the one that I wanted to show you. This was the 230 grain that I labeled zinc as well. I'm not looking at what I'm doing. That was the 230 grain. So this one is the one that we want to test today is the 155 grain 312.312 diameter bullet. You guys know that I shoot that bullet in my 300 blackout, and I really like it a lot. It's very accurate. So that's the one that I wanted to test. So this is the zinc bullet. I already had some made up, but not many. I was real worried about, am I going to be able to get enough testing done to shoot one of these straight to come up with a load to even test for you guys here on the channel. So this is it right here. This is the one that I'd been waiting for, and I'd kind of been dragging my feet with other projects. But this bullet weighs in at 95 grains. Alright, so so I have a few left, and that's it. So hopefully this testing goes well. So we're going to shoot this into the steel. We're going to shoot the what was the 230 grain into the 1/4 inch mild steel as well to see what that will do. And of course they are 138 grains in this zinc alloy. And this one is 95 grains. So let's go ahead and shoot this in the steel. If I have to make up another one, I can do that. But right now, this was 15.4 grains. This 138 grain zinc bullet is 15.4 grains of the Winchester 296. And they shoot pretty well at with that load. And this one, I took some data. There's no real data for what we're doing here. but there is something close. So this was the philosophy that I used was out of the Lyman 50th. They have 210 grain bullets in here with different powder charges, and 125 grain with different powder charges. So I chose 18 grains to start with my 95 grain zinc bullet, which you know, the start for the 110 is 19 here, and the start for the 110 here is 18.2. But you know, you run into capacity issues in the case. So that's why I started with 18. I figured it was just below what a compressed load would be. So that's where I started. So let's go ahead and shoot this over the steel and see what we can get. Then we'll get a chronograph reading. And this is something I've been real excited for. I just knew that I had a limited amount of bullets, so I was going to be sweating bullets trying to pull this off before I run out of bullets. So let's go ahead and take a shot, then we'll come back and see what we look at what we accomplished or didn't accomplish. Okay, first shot is going to be the 95 grain zinc bullet. The second shot is going to be the 138 grain zinc bullet. Okay, first shot, 95. Okay, now that one was so close to going through that I figured I would do whatever you guys thought I should do. I heard somebody hollering, just put another half a grain in that thing. So that's what I done. I put another half a grain in the 95 grain bullet, and let's see if it'll go completely through. I'll show you the results up close in a minute. Here we go. Okay, we know that the 138 grain zinc bullet in the last video we shot over the chronograph was 1,929 feet per second. So let's see what this 95 grain zinc bullet will do. There you go. 2438. Well, all right. So I'm hoping, you know, that you guys were able to see the target. I haven't looked at the footage, you know, to see the target well enough. I tried to sacrifice a camera getting it that close. I did the best I could. But anyway, I'm glad that we waited until after we seen what would happen on the mild steel before we shot one over the chronograph, because otherwise I would have wasted another one, because we ended up having to make another shot. The first shot I put on there with the 95 grain was just so close that there was no way. The only reason I loaded it at 18 was to be below a compressed load. The case looked good, so I decided to go ahead and bring it up to 18.5. I know that you guys would have thought the same thing. Could you, you know, we were so close, could you have just put a little bit more powder in it? I thought the same thing. So we kind of knew, you know, that the large bullet, 138 grain bullet traveling at 1929 feet per second was probably not going to penetrate the steel. So let's see the steel. Alright, this was the first shot with the 95 right here. I'll let you get a good look inside of that thing. Has a number 1 by it right there. It's a real deep hole there, and it was actually up against the stump that I had it leaned on. That's the dimple right there. So I mean, it is a good sized dimple. It looked like it was just about ready to come through, and it was up against the stump too, so I decided to go for it. And this one I shot a little bit too close to it, but that's okay. You can see, I mean, it's that was you know, 1929 feet per second. That large what used to be the 230 grain, which is 138 grain now. That was a hard hit. Look at that thing. I mean, you know, pretty darn impressive, honestly, for the speed. And obviously the 800-pound gorilla in the room is this one right here. And you know, traveling, you know, nearing that 2,500 feet per second again. You know, I mean, it knocked a hole right through that thing. And you can see, and here's the back. Look how sharp it kind of, you guys maybe can tell me what you think. It kind of just pushed that out of there. Kind of give you some angles like that. You see how it pushed that out real sharp? So, I mean, that's a beautiful hole. Look at that thing. So, you know, 2428, I think it was. Is that what it was? 2438. 2438. Anyway, so I knew after that, after the first shot that that when I put a little bit more powder in it, and I kind of shot a little bit higher with it, but I still shot. It kind of scraped the top of the stump as it went through the steel. I couldn't make of anything else that happened to it after that. If I do see anything left over or anything, I'll let you know later on. But so these are the bullets. I went ahead and and made up an extra one. You know, whenever I made up the second one. But the zinc bullet, 95 grains, going, you know, 22,438 feet per second. Boom, right through that thing. I mean, like butter. You know, so this is one of the things that I wasn't sure about myself. We know how hard the zinc is. I can't remember for sure if I misquote, but I think I measured it at 33 BHN, 34 BHN, I can't remember now. Maybe it was 35 BHN. Anyway, 95 grains, just like butter, through the 1/4 inch mild steel. Anywho, I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I know I jump back and forth, but I don't want to stay on a project and I can't complete the project because I have other things to do. So I'm gonna, I still have more to do. I still have some 223 zinc bullets that I need to do more of a comprehensive showing on that one. I suspect those bullets are going to be moving somewhere around, you know, 3,100 feet per second or better, something like that. Anyway, YouTube, I wanted to bring this test to you guys and let you see it. 300 blackout, 95 grains, slicing through steel like butter. I'll see you guys in the next video.